Hello.
Hello.
Hi,
Hi.
everyone.
When you say everyone, it could just be us, mate.
It really could just be us. And that's fine too, because we're overdue a catch up, aren't we, Laura?
Well, yeah, we are. That song was a great choice, Bex.
Do you know what? I'm so sorry. I am so sorry because it was a Christmas playlist on shuffle and it's been playing for ages. And then it came up with the most wonderful time of the year. And I was like, we can joke our way through this. Like the irony. And then we played the entire song and then came up with a ba-da-ba. Here we are. Welcome to the shit show.
Are you drinking, Bex? I've got a little gin.
I have a cup of Christmas tea here.
Christmas tea. Is it actually Christmas tea or just
like it's like chocolate tea?
Oh, nice.
You know, I was telling you about my chocolate tea that I like. It's the second to last tea bag. So
cheers, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you so much for trusting us with your Tuesday evening.
I suppose we better get cracking, hey?
Let's get crack-a-lacking.
Sorry, we're late, fashionably late. Oh, and speaking of fashion, I mean, what do you think about Christmas get-up? Olympian.
Yeah, I think we look great, mate.
Yeah.
Definitely more of an effort that we usually make, let's be honest.
Yeah, defo. Without a doubt. So here goes. Here is our Christmas survival guide.
Yeah, like first off, we should probably say that we've never done this before.
Never.
A webinar. So might be a bit rough around the edges in true worst girl gang ever style, but I figured that's why you're here, yeah?
Exactly. Yeah. So we've come to you today with some top tips of how to survive the festive period, because we know, just as you guys do, how difficult it is to navigate Christmas and all the fun festivities that go with it when you're dealing with some of the shit that we've all been through.
It's not even a little bit difficult, is it? It's like everywhere you turn, there's something to trigger you difficult.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just wanted to provide you with something that you might find useful over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, that old emotional toolbox that you talk about all the time, Bex.
Oh, I love the emotional toolbox. And by the end of this hour, you will have one and it will be packed with emotional tools.
Jam-packed.
Yes. We should probably introduce Karina, who's our tech support here this evening.
Yeah.
So she'll be answering anything in the chat.
And trust us when we say that she looks just as festive as we do.
Yeah. She's got a Christmas dinosaur top on.
Yes, she does. Thanks, Karina.
Thanks, Karina. You're a star.
Okay, so we assume that most of you know who we are, but for those of you who don't, we thought we'd better start with telling you a little bit about ourselves. We normally call ourselves passionate idiots.
Yeah. That's what it says on the tin, right?
So yeah, we're all about smashing taboos, opening dialogues, and getting people talking about all this stuff, because we know the more you talk about it, the easier it is for others to do the same.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
So the reason we are so passionate is because of some of the things that we have been through personally. So Bex, do you want to start off?
Yeah, so in May 2020, just at the height of the first lockdown, I went to my 12-week scan with my fourth child, and I was told that our baby didn't have a heartbeat. And I was just devastated. It just took the bottom out of my world. And of course, I knew the statistics. I'm an educated person. I knew that 1 in 4 pregnancies ended in loss, but I kind of assumed that wasn't me, because I'd had 3 successful pregnancies, 3 healthy babies. I didn't know that I would be someone who suffered a loss. And the heartbreak was absolutely unreal. I remember describing it as like being scorched from the inside outwards. It was devastating. And following that, it's sort of a slow, just numbness crept in. And then other people started to move on and I couldn't, and I felt crap. And it was just so shit. And then I started feeling guilty about things that I'd said to other people in the past, you know, those horrible comments, starting with, at least I've been one of those women that started those conversations. And it basically, I started writing about my experience and how painful baby loss is. And I had a piece published, and that's when I met Laura.
Yeah, you put a post on a Facebook page, and I got in touch, and you were very angry about the fact that no one spoke about it, and because you felt so lonely in your grief. And that's something that I'd been going through for several years, and I felt angry about it too. And I thought, what did I say? You got lady balls,
Big
big
lady balls, yeah.
big lady balls, and
True.
we could go to battle together and make some changes. I mean, little did we know what would come of it. We just wanted to get people talking about it and get people understanding it. And then yeah, it's just gone from one thing to another. So we started back in July last year.
Yeah.
And we first up just set up an Instagram page, not really knowing what we were going to do with it. And then we thought the best way to open up the dialogue and talk about these things is by actually talking about it. So we set up a podcast. And we realised that not only was it quite therapeutic for us to talk about our experiences, that also other people were really benefiting from being able to open up about theirs. And that's what it's all based on, really, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's just so important. I can't remember, was this when we were going to say one person's story is another person's survival guide?
Well, there we go, you said it.
Done. And that's why it's so important to talk about our stories, because actually it really is important. And it really does, just the success of our podcast shows how desperately needed this conversation is, and how desperately important talking about all kinds of baby losses. Like I'm still continue to be completely flummoxed by the vast variety of experiences contained in this, you know, with an umbrella term of baby loss. There is so many, no one's experiences are the same. It's too early for a passionate rant, isn't it?
Never too early, mate. Go on.
Okay. I just hate it. The fact that it's given this blanket term and it's swept under the carpet, and that's it. It's an event to be gotten over. And that is just so far from the truth, isn't it? You don't just get over it. It's an experience that you live with for the rest of your life, and it changes shape and intensity and all that stuff, but it is still inherently part of you. And I think that the more we talk and the more open we are about that fact, the more that we can get support for women who truly, truly need it.
Exactly. And there's a couple of women that we like very much, and they have said something similar. So here we are with some quotes from some pretty
not mine, don't worry guys. actual people.
Okay, so first up we have Michelle Obama. Legend, right?
Legend, absolute
legend. Beautiful legend as well. And she said, if we can open up to each other and share our real stories, that's what breaks down barriers. But in order to do that, you have to believe your story has value. When we share our stories, we are reminded of the humanity within each other. And when we take the time to understand each other's stories, we become more forgiving, more empathetic, and more inclusive.
And this controversial lady, who I love, obviously had a very public loss and spoke about it. And anyone who's willing to put their head above the parapet, is that the right word?
Yeah.
Parapet? Or my favourite phrase, their cock on the block, and actually speak out when they know they're going to get criticism, is absolutely amazing. So what did she say?
She said,
losing a child means carrying an almost unbearable grief, experienced by many but talked about by few. Yet despite the staggering commonality, how common it is of this pain, the conversation remains taboo, riddled with unwarranted shame and perpetuating a cycle of solitary mourning. Some have bravely shared their stories, they've opened the door knowing that when one person speaks the truth, it gives license for all of us to do the same. And that's exactly what we were saying. We find so often that just in all our courses and stuff that we run, someone always says like, oh, I spoke about this at work today and 3 women came up to me afterwards. Or even like my male friends, you know, that says, oh, my wife has been through that, my girlfriend's been through that, and or I'm going through that and I'm finding it so painful, and much more so than I ever imagined I would. It's so important to give these people, to give all of these people, all of you guys, a platform to be able to say, I am in pain and I need support.
Yeah. And that's what everything we do is all about. It's all about creating that supportive platform, empowering and educating others, and just making it, baby loss is really shit. It shouldn't be. We shouldn't have to deal with all the other crap that goes alongside it. So we're on the warpath.
Absolutely.
So why is Christmas so bloody hard? Well, we've got a few ideas. I'll try not to go over to the next screen.
Yeah, don't. We weren't very good at that during the rehearsal.
So I think Christmas is absolutely full of triggers because everybody is living their best lives, right?
Yeah, or so it seems.
Yeah,
everyone is they, I mean, you can't move for Facebook pictures of fucking cutting Christmas trees down and hanging on elves up and that stupid elf on the shelf thing. Oh, it's everywhere. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's triggering if you are childless, not by choice, and it's also triggering if you are missing a child. So it's just constant reminders all around you, aren't there?
It's constant reminders of what you should have by now. Like many people should have, this Christmas will be their first Christmas without their baby, that they should have a baby, they should have a baby home with them, and that's so incredibly difficult. Many people should still be pregnant and they should have a bump at this Christmas.
I mean, that was my issue, but feeling like I get pregnant a lot. I get pregnant a lot. Not very successfully, but I do get pregnant a lot. And I would imagine that Christmas I would be pregnant, and I'd imagine how Christmas would pan out, and then I wouldn't be. And I mean, my coping mechanism was gin or
Your
Prosecco,
old mate Prosecco.
which is not advisable, guys, because I made an absolute dick of myself quite a lot.
No, I don't believe it, Laura.
Really? Yeah. But that would I would be like, right, well, I'm not pregnant, I may as well get fucking shit-faced. We're allowed to swear on this.
Well, I mean, we make the rules, mate. It's our thing. So yeah.
Fucking shit-faced.
Knock your fucking dogs off, mate. But yeah. So that's what
gatherings, parties, everywhere you go, you're reminded of other people's happiness, and then also what you're missing out on, as well as
you go.
Oh, as well as all the triggering questions from people. So when you're socializing, people ask, I mean, we talk about Karen a lot and nosy Auntie Barbara.
Yeah, can I just say though, can I put in there, no harm to Karens. We wish no harm on any Karens out there. Any real life Karens, you know, you're so welcome.
So welcome. It's just the name we chose.
Just the name we chose, yeah, sorry. Could be Susan, could be Laura.
Maybe we should use Laura and then people wouldn't complain to us.
Yes, exactly. And it's the going to the you know, our big thing at the moment is fertility is not small talk. So it's the going to the Christmas party and people stand around and no one knows quite what to say, do they? So instead of like, how long have you got off for Christmas? What are you going to do on Christmas Day? People going, oh, have you got kids? And you go, and if you're in that situation and you're unprepared for it, you just right.
Yeah, but then there's also things like announcements, not just baby announcements of someone cradling their bump under the Christmas tree, but you also get the announcements of engagements. And like, I had a serious issue with people who were getting married because I just had in my head that I knew that they were going to get pregnant before me. So after going to their weddings, I would avoid them for about 6 months because I didn't want to hear their happy news, because I knew it was going to happen to them. But Christmas is triggering for that reason. For me, just everyone feels like they're moving on with their lives and you're still stuck in that shitty place.
Yeah.
Trying to so desperately get what you've been trying for years. And yeah, it's tough.
It's also really tough if you have had a loss that year. When the new year rolls round, I think I certainly felt last New Year, that I was just further away from the experience, further away from my baby. It was, I just felt sad, like not angry, just that was the first time I remember feeling really sad. Like not like it definitely had happened or anything, but just that time passes on, time moves on. And
yeah,
I'm definitely going to cry by the end of this, by the way. I can feel it bubbling up already.
Okay, that's all right. We're used to it.
Okay.
I think people think that coming to a new year, that's something to be happy about. You know, oh, what a shit year you've just had, onwards and upwards to the next year. And actually, yeah, it was a shit year, but lots happened and you changed as a person. And you're no longer in that year where it all happened. And it is like saying goodbye, isn't it? It's tough.
Yeah.
Pregnancy announcement. Constant bloody triggers.
Yeah. Oh God, we're so smooth, Laura. We should do these every week.
Okay, right. So moving on to the star of the show, our 6 top tips for surviving Christmas. Okay. Numero uno, switch off, step back. Sounds like that should be like a song. So, switch off, step back.
Yeah.
WhatsApp groups.
Yeah.
That is where you'll get the announcements and the pictures and all of that crap. So, on the lead up to
big WhatsApp groups are just, they're annoying.
Yeah.
Apart from the ones that we're in, obviously.
Obviously, there
realise there's loads of people watching this who are in our WhatsApp group. I don't mean you guys, but generally speaking. And also, like, you're not gonna, if you turn off your phone on Christmas Day, that's fine, isn't it? You don't need your phone. Very, very rarely do you actually need your phone on Christmas Day. So just take it off, take them off.
Yeah. And I mean, the social media apps from your phone as well. If you delete the app so that you have to, in order to look on Facebook or look on Instagram, you have to go in and log in, you're less likely to be triggered by stuff popping up, and you can take off the alerts and things like that. And I would say now, in the lead up to Christmas, start unfollowing people. If you see a post that triggers you, just unfollow them or mute them for a month or something, and just try and take out those things that are going to catch you off guard.
Yeah, like if you know that Steve and Karen are planning a trip to New York over Christmas for a long weekend,
they're probably going to get engaged.
You know they're getting engaged. You know it. So mute the bastards. Again, no offense to anyone called Steve either, just a name.
And also, don't feel bad about declining invites. That's another thing. You don't have to go to everything. And the thing is, this year and last year as well, you've got the perfect excuse. The old Rona is still knocking about.
Yeah.
So,
I know that I will be using that excuse many, many times over Christmas.
Okay. Not when you're meeting up with me.
Well, depends how it goes from here. It depends how it goes when we meet up on Saturday.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
And cocktails, right?
Yeah, exactly. It can all go wrong after cocktails.
So number 2 is boundaries. So if you can't step back and switch off, and you've got to go to all these bloody events, you need to go armed with this toolbox, right?
Yeah, this is the whole thing is your toolbox, your emotional toolbox, which obviously I love so much.
Mm-hmm.
So boundaries, personal boundaries are not just, it looks like I'm reading this, I'm not. Personal boundaries are not just like important, they are completely essential to your mental health, to your mental well-being. They are completely essential. So I am someone who has always struggled with boundaries, but not so much anymore because I started small. So if you are someone who really struggles to, when, let's say, for example, your mother-in-law's phoning, if you feel like you have to answer that phone call.
Is she watching?
No, I hope not. I'll hear about it if she is. If you're, just don't answer the phone. It doesn't matter. Just don't answer the phone. And that's a really good way to start really small. Like if you're invited somewhere and you don't want to go, you don't have to have a reason. You don't have to not go somewhere because you've got something else planned. You can just say no, which leads us on nicely to our second one, right? Just say no. What do we say no to strangers? That's what
drugs.
And drugs.
Yeah, unless they're supplements. Supplements.
In which case, none. Sorry, yeah, go on, Laura.
Yeah, just say no. And when you do say no, be firm, calm and clear. You often, if you're a party person or you're used to being sociable and you start saying no, people or normally give you the guilt trip or try and persuade you. So yeah, just try, instead of saying, oh, I might not be able to come, just say, I can't come. Really sorry.
And you don't get
an excuse.
Being firm, calm and clear. It doesn't mean rude. You don't have to be aggressive. Just say, I'm
really sorry, I can't come. I hope you have a great time.
Yeah, boom.
Let's catch up in the new year.
Yeah, and then run in the opposite direction if you know that you're about to be like bullied.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and also
apologize.
Yeah, don't apologize for your boundaries. Your needs, this is so important. I think generally speaking, as women, we really struggle with this, is our needs are just as important as everyone else's. So I think we often put ourselves at the bottom of the pile and we're always like, oh, sure, yeah, I'll do that for you. Like organizing things for friends and all sorts of things. And I definitely am guilty of just putting everyone else in front of mine, just thinking that I'm not actually as important, but you absolutely are. And your mental health is more important to you personally than anyone else's needs.
Yeah. Amen. And trust yourself. If you've got a gut feeling that going to somewhere or seeing someone is going to upset you or put you in a slump and make you feel bad and all that sort of crap, then don't do it.
Yeah, believe in yourself. Just believe in yourself. Is that even a song? It should be. If not, maybe that's
believing.
Oh yeah, that could be our aim for next year, mate. Next Christmas.
Make it a musical.
That wasn't where I was going, but yeah.
Yeah.
And finally, remember you're in control. This is your life. You're in the driving seat. There's a really good inspirational quote that's something like, don't sit in the back seat of your car when you're driving.
Oh my God. Sorry, everyone. These analogies they just come from nowhere.
I'll come back to you with that one. I don't quite that.
Moving on to number 3. Prepare a response. This is so important.
Yeah.
So we've talked about the triggering comments and the triggering questions. The only way to deal with these is to come armed, expecting what's going to be said. So maybe these are things that have been said to you in the past, or maybe you've heard them said to others. But what you need to do, we think, is think about it and prepare what you're going to say back. And because often it can come out as a rant, or you cry, or you say something and you think, no, I wish I'd been more truthful. I wish I'd opened up to them a bit more. So yeah.
Or you just tell them to fuck off. Yeah. And if you're at a work's Christmas party and it's your boss, that is not going to go down very well.
No, but your response will be different depending on who asks. So
or how much you've had to drink.
Yeah. True.
So I would say definitely prepare these responses, because also if you're going to like we said earlier, like a staff party, and you know that Susan from accounts has got kids or is pregnant or something, and you know that the chances are she's going to say to you, or you got married like last year or whatever, and the chances someone is going to say to you, oh, when are you having kids then? And I feel awful because I have done this, I have been that person to ask, and it's our fertility is not small talk.
You did it the other day, didn't you?
Yeah, I did it the other day, because as a society, we're so indoctrinated with these automatic icebreakers and these kind of questions that they just roll off the tongue. And when I said it, I went, oh my God, I'm so sorry. That is not
none of my business. Yeah.
None of my business. But I was panicked, and I talk a lot when I'm panicking, when I'm slightly nervous. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that. Anyway,
maybe. But yeah, if you can come up with these and rehearse them and say them to yourself in the mirror, say them out loud so that you know how it's going to sound. Or
listen to your voice when you say them.
Yeah.
And also it can, as it says here, it can switch your feelings from anxiety to empowerment, because I think very often, if you can own your story and you can say, if you felt like you wanted to, and say, so someone said to you, so when are you having children? And you could say to them, I actually had a loss last year, and I'm really struggling with it, or something about your story. That's actually really empowering, to own that story and take that control back. Instead of sort of, I don't know whether to say anything. I don't, because so often women who have lost their babies want to talk about their babies. So if you can bring that into a conversation, then this could be a perfect opportunity if you feel ready to do that, if you want to do that. And then it would turn to empowerment.
Yeah. But to know that you are going into a situation and you've rehearsed these phrases, such as, oh, when are you going to have a baby? Oh, or when are you going to have a second, or something like that? Oh, we're trying, hopefully soon. And just know that that's the end of it.
Or I don't want to talk about it. I actually don't feel comfortable talking to you about that. It's not rude. If so many people are worried about being rude, it's not rude to be firm and direct about your response, whatever that response may be.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is a good one, isn't it? Yeah.
Very important. Rather than just shouting, fuck off, Barbara.
Yeah. I mean, especially if their name's not Barbara.
Yeah, that
could be one of your responses though, couldn't it? Derek from HR comes up to you, fuck off, Barbara. Yeah.
Okay. Number 4, plan your escape.
Right. So there are situations like the in-laws, just for example, just saying, where you have to, you're gonna go, you've got to do it. So if you go with an escape route in mind, it will be, you can lay the foundations, prep your partner, and then you can get out. Like, I might have to actually take a call from blah, 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 or I really want to call my cousin in Australia and she blah, 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 anything like that. And then if and when things get overwhelming, you just say, oh, do you remember I had to go? Yeah, I've just had a text and I've got to go.
Yeah.
Boom, get outside, go upstairs, lock yourself in the bathroom, listen to the meditation that we're going to give you in a minute. And it gives you a chance to breathe and a chance to calm down and a chance just to be aware of your feelings and what's going on.
Yeah, it's for all those situations where you can't get out of it. You've tried rehearsing the phrases and using them, but people are still pissing you off and you feel like you're about to flip. And I think just knowing that you've got an escape route, even whether you use it or not, but knowing you've got it will sort of ease those anxieties a little bit.
Definitely.
Okay. Numero 5.
Yeah.
This is, we've said for all of these, this one's really important.
Yeah, they're all really important.
They're all really important.
Spoiler, number 6 is really important as well.
Yeah.
So self-care looks different for everyone, doesn't it? And some people struggle with that expression of self-care, but it's, thinking it's selfish. It's not going to a bloody 5-star spa. Self-care could be having a cup of tea in your favorite mug. That self-care is whatever something nice feels to you. That's self-care.
Noticing that you are struggling, or maybe it's Boxing Day, you had a shit day yesterday, you're going to the in-laws again this afternoon.
Poor old in-laws.
Yeah. So you're going to go and meet your mate this morning for a coffee and walk the dog, or just check in with yourself and know how you're feeling, and preempt what's going to make you feel like shit, and try and find those good little moments in between to even it all out. And I mean, we've said find joy elsewhere and plan other events. It's so family orientated, and there will be little people around all the time, but there'll be people in your life who also don't have children, or do have children and completely understand how you feel, people that you feel comfortable with and that you can, you know, be yourself with and you don't feel triggered by. Hang out with them more.
Yeah, get some things to look forward to as well in the diary. If you're dreading, I think very often when we're dreading something, we can't think past that event. So if you're sat there and you're thinking Christmas Day, Boxing Day, oh my goodness, I cannot, how am I going to cope with this? How am I going to cope with this? Plan something for January the 2nd, because it's only a week onwards, right? It's only a week after Christmas. So plan something for January 2nd, January the 4th, December the 28th. Plan something for that really weird time between Christmas and New Year where no one knows what day it is, whether they can still drink at breakfast time and that's, you know, allowable, or you know, what time to go to bed. Plan those times.
Yeah.
Because that will really help you out. Something always in the diary to look forward to. It doesn't have to be much.
And FYI, you can have Baileys in your morning coffee anytime in December.
And I think Prosecco for breakfast.
No,
why not? I mean,
the devil not. And number 6, the other good one, really important one.
Really, yes. Oh gosh, yeah, this is so important.
So important is to tell people what you need from them. So your friend or your partner, the people that you're going to be around, yeah, they need to know what you're struggling with and how they can help you through those situations. But we said here, prep a mate or someone you trust. That's like someone who's got your back for the whole of the festive period, not for that particular event or that day, but someone who can check in with you, like that mate that you're going to go for a dog walk and a coffee with, or, you know, the person that you're going to meet up for a glass of wine on a quiet evening
On January the 3rd.
Exactly.
But also, it doesn't have to be someone from the baby loss community. Obviously, everyone in this community is completely amazing, but this needs to be someone that loves you. So it doesn't have to be someone who gets you from an emotional perspective of the fact that they have lost a baby as well, and you don't have to, you know, this is someone that you absolutely tell them what you need from them emotionally. You say, I've had a really tough year. I would really like to be able to call you on Christmas Eve if you're not busy and talk to you. Is that okay? And sorry, go on.
No, you're all right.
Oh, I can't remember. It wasn't important.
But we need to everybody is different, so we can't speak for all of you, because you'll all want different things from people. So some people might not want to talk about what's happened. They might want to ignore it and get on the Prosec. Other people might want to talk about it and might want to, you know, raise a glass at the Christmas dinner table to the baby that they lost. And if you don't tell people that you would like to do that, they might not tell you, they might not do that because they're worried about triggering you. And we have to remember that all the people around us, most of them, everything they do comes from a good place. They want to make us feel better, and they want to make things less difficult for us. But they don't always do the right thing because they don't know what the right thing is. And to be honest, sometimes we don't know what the right thing for us is. We could, you know, one minute we might want to be talking about it and the next not. So how are they meant to guess how we're feeling? They can't. So that's why we need to tell them.
Yeah, no one, basically, on the whole, no one means to be an arsehole, do they?
No, they don't mean to be.
But good job.
So there we are.
Yeah. Oh, that's it.
There's
it's got there.
6 top tips.
Yeah.
We hope help. So we've got this downloadable audio track coming up for you, which is lovely, very relaxing. Some of you might already know Lucy, who is one of the experts on our courses, so hold tight for that. But we just wanted to share with you some other ways that we can help you, not just at Christmas time, but anytime. So you can find our Facebook groups on Facebook.
No.
Yeah. We have a Facebook group for people who have been through miscarriage, pregnancy loss, baby loss. We also have a Facebook group for people who are trying to conceive after loss, and people who are pregnant after loss, if that comes your way. Our podcast is on all good podcasting platforms.
Sorry, was that our award-winning podcast?
The award-winning one.
Oh.
Season 4 starts at the beginning of January, FYI, people. And you'll always find some top quality content on our Instagram page.
And some less so.
Some less so. Mainly the
real mixed bag.
Real mixed bag.
Really, really bad, some of it.
And then also we are now running our online courses.
Yes, which have been incredible and incredibly well received, haven't they? We started our Pathway to Recovery, our flagship course. We started that. Our first one was started in July, didn't it? Because we started it on the first anniversary of our podcast.
We did, yeah.
So basically the course is 6-week online course. It's predominantly self-paced, but with new content released daily. I'm just reading what's on the screen. I don't know if you noticed that. With basically there's new content released daily for you to go through by yourselves, but we also have these weekly drop-in sessions on Zoom, which are hosted by us. And then it's just a brilliant chance for everyone to meet people who have their own story. So we do Zoom, and then we do breakout rooms for people with all different experiences. So hopefully you will meet someone who has either a similar loss story to you, or live in a similar area, or anything like that. And actually we found from the 3 of these courses that we've run so far, everyone is, made so many friends, met up in real life, got WhatsApp groups here, there and everywhere.
Yeah, it's really lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, really, really amazing.
And then we have experts.
Yeah.
So our experts for the Pathway to Recovery are Sharla, who teaches us all about gratitude. She's an absolute superstar. We've got Hannah, who really teaches us some things about reproductive health.
Like literally, oh my gosh, I can't
believe.
Mind-blowing
stuff.
Yeah.
We've got relationship guidance from Liliana, because let's face it, our relationships are tested when we go through all of this.
Yeah, so we've got relationship guidance. That's a lot about communication, how to keep communicating with your partner, how to talk about your loss together. It looks at how differently we come at the loss, as a woman, as a man, as the person who physically experienced it versus the person who hasn't. It's a very interesting kind of concept to talk about.
And then we've got ways to look after yourself with the fertility nutrition, exercise and yoga, and then also looking after your mind as well.
Yeah, mindfulness and meditation is really important, just to kind of be able to self-soothe, be able to calm yourself, and look after yourself and be kind to yourself mentally.
And our new expert is
sexologist.
Huh?
Expert.
Yeah, sexpert. She is.
Sexologist.
And we're also adding to this course for the new year with a grief trauma coach. So that's exciting to get some new material.
Yeah. There's more.
There is more.
Yeah, we have a members only messaging platform that's a bit like Facebook. A membership pack with like a journal for you to record the course in, and some tea bags and other nice bits and bobs. And then you, following the course, you will have 3 months free membership to our Warrior Hub, which is where our live stuff that we do every month live goes, and new content every month, and loads of packed full of resources, plus all your course content. So it's a really well worth the thing. It's worthy.
Worthy. And people always really surprised about the amount of content on the courses, aren't they?
Yeah, really surprised. But that's great, because it's and this is the Trying to Conceive After Loss course, which is, I guess, the difference in it is that the pathway to recovery is after loss, when you're not thinking about trying to conceive again, you just want to get back on your feet. There is obviously some sort of crossover in terms of getting your body back to where it was.
Yeah.
In the view of future looking to trying to conceive, but this is really the course to be on if you're there now mentally, if you're ready to start that journey again.
Yeah. And we've also got 7 experts.
Yeah. This is all the same stuff. So sex advice, we didn't talk much about the sex advice the last time. So the pathway to recovery is very much reconnecting with your body and self-love. And this one is more about how to connect with your partner during that fertile window, because we all know how unsexy sex becomes when you have to do it every day. And we also, like, who else has an argument but knows they have to make up before bedtime because it's during your fertile window? I mean, that's the worst.
Yeah, it's weighing up, making up before bedtime and writing this month off, isn't it? It's like such a dilemma. It's like, no, he's wrong. I'm not giving in. But I really want to get pregnant this month.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
and again, female reproductive health, getting to know your body, your cycle, how to improve your chances of conception. Again, relationship guidance, because it's so difficult during that fertile window when, you know, sometimes your fella can feel like a sperm donor and it's a really hard time. And sometimes you feel like sex is maybe just a waste when it's not your fertile window. All those feelings that so many of us have had and have because you're desperate to get pregnant. And there's a lot of context surrounding as well the where does it say, where's the fertility coach?
Down the bottom.
Oh, okay. No, I was thinking of Nicola. Which one?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot her.
Yeah.
We have a fertility coach to help us cope with the obsessive compulsive. Come on, I know that.
Mindfulness and meditation she does, doesn't she?
Oh, of course, yeah. But she'll cover as well the obsessive compulsive behaviors, you know, the 2-week wait, the trauma of your period arriving, the if you're doing ovulation tests, I know that I used to do maybe 10 a day. The pregnancy testing, starting obviously only 3 days past ovulation, even though if you were pregnant, it obviously would not show up as positive. The throwing them away and then getting them out 10 minutes later.
Yeah,
you know,
the obsessive stuff.
Yeah.
And then we've got some manifestation, affirmation, and visualization. That stuff goes deep, and it is not for everybody.
No.
But it's something that people can have in their back pocket for when they are feeling that it's right for them.
Yeah. And the thing I love about our courses, and it's the same with the other course, with the gratitude, is that manifestation, affirmation, and visualization is not perhaps something that you would choose to go and seek out a specialist and talk to them about and pay to talk to them specifically about. But actually, as part of this really like diverse but like holistic approach to the thing, it's, you do it because you've got it, so you may as well do it. And so many of our ladies from the last course were so grateful for the gratitude segment of the course, because it's not something they would have thought of doing.
Right, they just dip their toe in the water. Find out that they actually do really like it, and it makes them feel much better. So that's great. And then we've got Rachel with the fertility specialist guidance. I spelt specialist wrong.
Specialized. I like it like that. Specialized.
And she is there with all of the blood tests, the scans, what supplements you should be taking.
She doesn't do them. She just gives advice about them.
She gives advice about them.
Yeah. She's all about, Rachel is incredibly about advocating for yourself. So getting to the bottom of whatever your problem is, you can talk to Rachel. Getting answers, finding out.
Not just bad luck. Period. That's a bad word to use.
Terrible. Festive period. I really struggle with that in the Instagram thing. And then again, all that stuff.
Perks. Yeah. So, just to touch on the course.
Yeah.
How much do these courses cost, and how do you sign up if you were wondering. If you're wondering,
this is not a hard sell, but if you're wondering.
So usually our 6-week courses cost £225. Usually.
Ooh, what do you mean usually, Laura?
Well, our next ones start on the 10th of January, and we've got a little special offer for you guys. So if you use the code Christmas webinar or Xmas webinar, by the end of December, you can get either course for £199. But you ready?
What?
Are you ready? For the next 24 hours only, use that same code to buy either of the courses, and it's £175, so £50 off, and that's until 9 p.m. tomorrow only.
It is definitely worth it. Have a look through, if you're on our Instagram, have a look through our reviews, because there's lots and lots of really good reviews of people that have just really enjoyed the courses, found them really beneficial, really enjoyed the community groups, and also had a really good kind of experience with the experts as well.
Yeah, I mean,
we're really proud of this, and we wouldn't be here if we didn't think it was really going to be really beneficial to you.
It's been life-changing for a lot of people, which is amazing for us to hear. We can't quite believe it, but when we set up these courses, we set them up, we created them a package of what we would have wanted and all of the things that we think would help, because there are so many experts out there and it costs such a lot of money to go and see each one of them. But we think that, we hope we've got it right, but we're always developing them, always changing them, always adding to them.
Yeah, as we say, like we added our sexpert last couple of months ago, or last one. No, it's the last one, wasn't it? And we're adding a grief and trauma coach in for the next one, so the January one, into the pathway to recovery. And I think we're really open to people's. We're looking at a new fitness person as well.
Yeah,
a bit of boxing.
Yeah, pow pow.
Yeah, not to give the game away, but just gave the game away. But yeah, link,
whenever we add
Karina has put the link to the course page in the chat. Good old Karina. So if you follow that link and use that code, you can go. Also, if you are struggling to decide which one to go on, if you go on one, we then give you a discount for the next one.
Yeah.
So discounts are available for if you go. Does that make sense? Yeah, that makes sense.
Or you can chat to some of the other girls that have been on them, or DM us if you're really unsure, and we will DM us if you've got any questions about the courses at all. We will help you out.
And that's just about us. It's about us done.
Yeah, we have got this meditation audio track for you guys to listen to, so get comfy, listen and relax. Okay, I'm going to turn our screens off.
Well, can I just say really quick, this will be available for you to download in an email following this course, so don't think that now is the only time you're ever going to hear it.
No, you get it for free, sent to you tomorrow. But if you want, it's 8 minutes long. If you want 8 minutes to chill out, you'll come to your screen and shut up. And
do I come back after this? Do we come back after this? Is this us?
I can say goodbye, unless everyone's gone by then.
Okay, cool. Right. But we're turning off our videos and we're muting ourselves, are we?
Yeah, we are. So we'll see you guys in a bit.
Hello and welcome to this baby loss meditation track. My name is Lucy Livesey. I'm a mindfulness teacher and also a bereaved mother, and I have recorded this track to help promote comfort when difficult emotions arise. As I know all too well, grief can be so overwhelming, and many events can trigger emotions that are difficult to bear. This track aims to promote comfort. It aims to connect to your inner strength, whilst also promoting relaxation in your body as best as possible. Sometimes I know that relaxation can seem impossible. So maybe just allowing yourself to be open to the idea of relaxation may just be enough for the process to occur. So beginning by taking in a long, slow, deep breath. And as you release your breath, allowing yourself to settle into a comfortable position that feels right for you today. Resting your feet firmly on the floor, allowing your eyes to gently close or lowering your gaze. And bringing into your awareness this idea of relaxation in your body. Taking all your concentration to the very top of your head. Imagining somebody gently stroking your hair, allowing those feelings of relaxation to begin. Slowly scanning down through your body, relaxing and releasing the muscles in the face, in the forehead, the cheeks, in the jaw, around the mouth. Slowly moving down through your body now, resting your awareness at your shoulders. And taking a slow, deep breath in. And as you release your breath, allowing your shoulders to relax and release. Relaxing your arms, allowing your hands and your fingers to be soft. Releasing into your chest and your lower back. Releasing into your thighs, your knees, your lower legs, and your feet. You can even bring to mind the imagery of somebody gently massaging your calves, massaging your lower legs, working into the ankles and the feet, so that the whole of your lower body feels comfortably relaxed. As you rest here, now while you are resting here today, I want to invite you to wrap your arms around yourself, embracing your body in a warm, comforting hug. The type of warm, comforting hug that a friend or a family member may give you. How does this feel to be embraced in this way? Resting here in the knowledge that you are safe, you are protected, and that nobody can hurt you while you are here. Taking those slow, deep breaths, breathing deeply in and breathing deeply out. Really recognizing the safety and the stillness in this moment. And it's this safety that will guide you through the rest of your day. It's this place of safety that you know is within you that will help you to find the strength to walk forwards, one step at a time. I want to invite you now to say some affirmations with me in your mind. I am kind. I am loved. I am safe. I am strong. Breathing in deeply and feeling the air filling your lungs. And as you release your breath, allowing any negative or upsetting thoughts that you have accumulated through a recent triggering event or a difficult time, a recent anniversary, or anything that has caused you upset. Allowing the breath to release any negative or upsetting feelings or thoughts, releasing them, letting them go. And as you let these thoughts go, I want you to begin imagining now a snow globe. This snow globe is your mind. Now, I want you to shake it as hard as you can and count backwards from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now stop shaking the globe and watch the snow begin to settle. These are your thoughts. As the snow in your imaginary snow globe begins to settle, so do your thoughts. And you let go now of any upset that this day has caused you. Like the snow globe, you are still. And as you look at this snow globe, a great sensation of peace begins to fill your lungs as you breathe. You are a warrior. You are strong. You are loved. And you are safe. So keep holding on now to this sense of calm, relaxation, this sense of inner strength as we bring this meditation to a close. Know that you can listen to this meditation anytime you need to. I am always here for you. I am here to guide you. And I am sending all my love and support to you wherever you are. You take care.
Hello.
Oh, that was good, wasn't it?
Are you all awake?
Has everyone got their feet firmly on the floor still?
That was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was really good.
Nice and chill.
And that, as we said, that will be available to download in an email following this course tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be sending that. Is that right?
We will. So yeah, that's it from us. Thanks for your time, ladies.
Thank you so much. Oh, I love that photo. Thank you so much for joining us. We have really enjoyed talking to ourselves.
It's weird, isn't it?
It is weird. Yeah, we need to do this more.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, guys, over Christmas, pack up your little emotional toolbox. remember everything we said. We're going to make this available. We're going to send you this webinar as well, aren't we?
Yes. Once
you
we've
can
worked out how to do that, you'll get
back.
the email.
Yeah. And yeah, just sending you so much love. We're always on the end of a DM. We're not very good at replying quickly because we get quite a few of them, but we will always reply.
We will.
And just know that we've got your backs every step of the way. We're behind you.
Yeah.
Not in a weird way, but you know, not literally. Yeah, not like in trees outside your window or anything. But yeah, we love you all loads, and
have a lovely Christmas.
have a lovely Christmas.
Bye
Bye.
everybody. Thanks, Karina.